Hey Alice, how are you? This is Milena Oliveira. I'm the Chief Marketing Officer for the Transportation and Electronics Business Group at 3M, and I have a question for you today. As you have been challenged to integrate the companies that Morgan Stanley acquires, as an example like E-Trade, into the large Morgan Stanley brand umbrella, what has been your biggest surprise as you navigate the transition under one overarching brand strategy?
Hey, Milena, great question. I think one of the biggest surprises I had was when we first started the integration and we started looking at, how best to bring Morgan Stanley and E-Trade together, was the research that we did with clients and prospects for E-Trade and for Morgan Stanley, just to get a sense of how familiar they were with the companies and what their general impression was. What was surprising to me is how little E-Trade customers knew about Morgan Stanley and how little Morgan Stanley customers knew about E-Trade. So one of our critical strategies as we thought about bringing those brands together before we did anything differently was to undertake what we called a warming strategy, where we started to introduce Morgan Stanley, sort of products, features, services, benefits to the E-Trade clients over a period of time. So we took about a year, and every month we introduced something new, equity research, we introduced things in social media and other things, until after about a 12-month period was when at the launch of the Super Bowl, we rebranded E-Trade from Morgan Stanley and really officially brought those two brands together out publicly. But there was a lot of work behind the scenes to make sure E-Trade customers knew what the firm was about and what the benefits were.